Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this blue rectangle ABCD along with this diagonal AC, as you can see in this given diagram. And moreover, this segment EF is perpendicular to this diagonal AC, such that this point E is the midpoint for this diagonal. In other words, this segment AE length equal to this segment CE length. And furthermore, this perpendicular EF length is 2 units. And the side BC length is 6 units. Now our task is to calculate the area of this green shaded triangle AEF. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step. Since we are interested in calculating the area of this green shaded triangle. And now let's recall the area of a triangle formula. Area is always equal to a half times base times the height of the triangle. And in our case, the height of this green shaded triangle is 2 units. And the base of this triangle is AE, which is unknown. I'm going to label this base AE as X. And now our task is to find the value of X before we could calculate the area of this triangle. And I'm going to label this side AF length as Y. And now let's make an observation. We know this segment AE length equal to this segment CE length. If this is X, then this CE length has got to be X as well. So therefore, the total length of this diagonal AC is going to be X plus X is going to give us 2 times X. And furthermore, this angle has got to be a 90 degrees angle since we are dealing with this rectangle. And now we are going to focus on this green shaded triangle AEF. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And here's our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is y, whereas our 2 other legs are x and 2. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we got x square plus 2 square equal to y square. And now I'm going to undo this square by taking a square root on both sides of this equation. So therefore our y value simply turns out to be the square root of x square plus 4. So therefore I can replace y with the square root of x square plus 4. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this angle is going to be congruent to this angle. They are alternate angles. If I label this angle alpha, then this angle has got to be alpha as well. And now let's assume alpha and beta are our 2 complementary angles. In other words, the sum of the angles alpha plus beta is going to be equal to 90 degrees. So therefore, in this green shaded triangle AEF, we know this angle is alpha, this angle is 90 degrees. So therefore, this angle has got to be our angle beta. And now we are going to focus on this triangle ABC. We know this angle is alpha, this angle is 90 degrees. So therefore, this angle has got to be our angle beta. So therefore, we can see the triangle AEF and the other triangle ABC are our similar triangles according to angle-angle similarity theorem. This is our triangle AEF and this is our triangle ABC. And since these triangles are similar, so we are going to have a proportion. In other words, the ratio of the side lengths AE and AF must be equal to the ratio of the side lengths BC and AC. And now we can see our AE side length is x. So I'm going to replace that one with x over here. Our AF side length is the square root of x squared plus 4. So I'm going to replace that one with the x square plus 4. The segment BC length is 6. I'm going to replace that one with 6 over here. And finally our AC length is 2 times x. So I'm going to replace that one with 2 times x. As you can see in this next step after the substitution. And here we can see 6 divided by 2x reduces to 3 divided by x. As you can see on this next step. And now we are going to cross multiply. So therefore we can write x square equal to 3 times the square root of x square plus 4. And now we are going to make a substitution. I'm going to leave this x square with u over here. Then this x square is going to be u as well. In other words, we're going to label u equals to x square. So therefore we could write u equals to 3 times the square root of u plus 4. And now I am going to square both sides to undo this square root. So therefore we are ended up with the u square equals to 9 times u plus 4. And now I'm going to move everything on the left hand side. So therefore we can write u square minus 9 times u minus 36 equals to 0. So thus we are ended up with this quadratic equation u square minus 9 times u minus 36 equal to 0. And we are going to solve it by using the quadratic formula. And here's the quadratic formula that we will be using. And here our coefficient A value is 1, coefficient B value is negative 9, and the constant C value is negative 36. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this quadratic formula. So U is going to be equal to negative and then negative 9 plus R minus the square root of negative 9 square minus 4 times A is 1 and C is negative 36 all over 2 times 1. And once we simplify, U turns out to be equal to 9 plus or minus the square root of 225 divided by 2. And we know our square root of 225 is simply 15. As you can see in this next step. And now I'm going to split these positive and negative signs. As you can see in this next step, one with the plus sign and one with the negative sign. So thus our U value turns out to be positive 12 and this U value turns out to be negative 3. And now we know that u equals to x square. So I'm going to replace u with the x square over here and u with the x square over here as well. So therefore we could write x square equals to 12. And here we got x square equals to negative 3. And here we can see x square equals to negative 3, which is not feasible. So therefore we are going to reject this x square equals to negative 3 scenario, and we are going to accept x square equals to 12. So thus our x square value simply turns out to be 12. And now we are going to undo this square by taking a square root on both sides. So therefore we could see that our x value simply turns out to be 2 times the square root of 3. So therefore our this x value simply turns out to be 2 times the square root of 3. And here's our final step. Now we can easily calculate the area of this green shaded triangle. And now let's recall the area of a triangle formula once again. Area equals to a half times base times the height of the triangle. And in our case, the base of this triangle is 2 times square root of 3 and the height is 2. So therefore, the area of this green shaded triangle is going to be a half times 2 times square root of 3 and then times 2. And if we multiply and simplify, that simply turns out to be 2 times the square root of 3 square units, the area of this green shaded triangle. So thus, after all the calculations and manipulations, the area of this green shaded triangle turns out to be 2 times square root of 3 square units. And that's going to be approximately equal to 3.464 square units as well. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.